I do want to say what you said relates to the reason why I am strongly opposed to this resolution. First, let me thank Conduit for providing a copy of these rules and so on, because these changes today is the first they ever saw them, because they're not given us at the convention. Next is, those of you not at the convention, once you know that, not once, but twice, the convention voted not to bring these rules moving forward. The vote of the delegates at the convention was thrown out arbitrarily by the people running the convention. Next is, a lot of us were not even told that after it was decided that they would do this, that they were going to vote on these rules. So we left having no idea that this vote was taken after we left. And therefore, I do not think the convention was read properly. And I think these things, and there's language being carved out, being registered as a Republican before you run, that's a matter of state law, it's probably illegal. This thing, the delegates were not given a fair opportunity to look at this matter, and many of us were not even hoping there was going to be a vote on it. So I oppose this thing.
Thank you, James. Okay, I want to make 2 points of clarification. For a convention, just so everybody in this room understands that when we talk about order of business, okay, which is I think what he's saying, every convention, no matter what convention, has to have 3 things to form. One of the first you do the credentials, and you have to adopt your standing rules, and then you also adopt a program. So the convention adopted a program that included the changes. And to us about recess, we recessed to the next room. That was those delegates' choice not to join us. So that's just for clarification on that. The convention did in fact adopt a program, which was the duty of the convention delegates to adopt a program. You can't do any business until you've adopted one, and we adopted a program that included the changes. Yes. So go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Robert Martin, and I didn't prepare a speech, so hopefully this comes out the way I did. I'm from a creative family. Christy and I talk often and are very cordial to each other, mostly friendly, most of the time in fact too. And I appreciate her taking time to prepare a speech and things, but a couple of points I'd like to make. Going through the public education system, we've all been brainwashed. I think there's 3 branches in our government. When I said there's 4 branches in our government. The 4th branch is we the people. If we give up our we the people branch of our government to the elected officials, then we are diminishing our stand, our democracy in our state governments and our federal governments. So it's very important that we keep the powers that we are supposed to keep. Through the years, I think a lot of adults have lost the importance, or maybe never understood the importance of being involved in our government. And so we have relinquished some of the powers that we never should have relinquished to our elected officials. I think it's important that when we get a chance to take that back, some of those powers, and redistribute the 4th power of our government. One other point, in our federal government, when they set up our Constitution, one of the, I think there's 6 tenets, if I remember right, from home educating my kids, that they wanted established in our Constitution. One of those is checks and balances, and it means that if we don't have all the 4 departments, 4 divisions of our government doing what they're supposed to be doing, then we're losing the system of checks and balances. We've had too many people with too much power, and other parts with not enough power. So we've got to get our checks and balance system in order again, and I think this is a step to do that.
Hi, I just wanted to clarify a couple of things because I know the rules, there are lots and lots of pages of them, and it takes a lot of work to understand everything about them. Before I go into that, I just wanted to say that this issue is not about whether you agree or disagree with any any particular platform or rules amendment that was made at the convention. It's about whether we're going to continue to agree to the contract that binds our society together. So that's number two, there's a misconception about conventions. The convention is the society as a whole, and it is the highest body, and no other body within the society can overturn the decisions of the society of the whole. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Okay, so there's question as to whether the convention follows the rules. Well, by its nature of being the highest body, a convention has a natural right to consider any number of resolutions from the floor without notice. Your purpose bylaws can put some restrictions on that, and ours put some restrictions on that, and those restrictions were met and followed. So that's number one about that. And number two is that there's a question about whether we could consider any new business because our rules say the convention shall proceed in the order of business prepared by the program committee. Now, an order of business is not a binding agenda, and it has to follow the order of business in Robert's Rules of Order, which is our parliamentary authority, unless the body adopts by a 2/3 vote a binding agenda which excludes new business. So the only way that our proposals could have been blocked by the convention would have been to have a 2/3 vote to deny consideration of those proposals. And I just wanted to make that clear because, you know, I've been digging into these rule books for many years, and these distinctions are hard to come to some of the time because it's, you know, over 700 pages plus the parties' rules and everything else. So that's all.
Removing the power from legislators, state committee. What about in a county where you got a bunch of Democrats get together and elect a watered-down Republican who turns around and puts a bunch of poll watchers on the polling side to harass our Republican poll workers? If you've never been through that, I guess you would understand how some people in power would turn on their own county committee. And we have experienced that. I would not want that person representing me. So the power should stay with the people. And we are the people. And with that, I call the question.